Good hello, and welcome to a brand new playthrough on the channel. This is Life is Strange. Now, before I get started, I want to say that I know very little about this game. What I know is that it involves some form of time messery stuff. I don't know exactly. That's about all I know about it. Other than that, no idea. I know that, like, from little snippets I've seen over the years, that the main character is a school student. I think she is, at least. And then, yeah, again, I'm going into this pretty much blind. That is the extent of my knowledge of this game. I believe it's like a point-and-click adventure, maybe? Kind of in the vein of like Monkey Island or some of the older ones like the Indiana Jones games back in the day, things like that, I think. But I could be wrong on that. We're going to, let's see, I'm gonna very quickly check all my settings here, so here we go. Okay, let's get started. I guess we're up to episode 1, Chrysalis. Sure, let's see what this is all about. Life is Strange is a story-based game that features player choice. The consequences of all your actions and decisions will impact the past, present, and future. Choose wisely. Impact the past. Okay, interesting. Storm. Okay, I'm assuming this is us caught up in this storm. You've got a bunch of like coloured
Where am I?
rubber bracelet things.
What's happening? I'm trapped in a storm? How did I get here? And where is here?
Good question. I don't know the answer.
Wait, there's the lighthouse. I'll be safe if I can make it there.
The lighthouse, okay,
Please
so
let me
that
know.
would imply that you know of the lighthouse. Okay, look sensitivity might be a little high. I'm going to adjust that down just a little bit. About there. Yeah, that's fine. No, it's still kind of high. Like, it is, considering I'm someone who likes my sensitivity very high, this is ultra sensitive. No, that's now too low. Wow, there's a really fine line of adjustment here. That's bizarre. That's better. There we go. Okay. Well, that looks like a tornado or a cyclone, one or the other. Guess if it's out to sea, it's probably a cyclone. This is the lighthouse that is out to sea. There's a map here. There's the Skull and Crossbones on it. And Blackwell Academy, 1910. Wow, that's cool. What's
Come
that
on,
say?
Max. You can make it.
2008. Knack and Chloe? Is that what that says? Okay. That's one heck of a storm. I'm not sure I'd actually call it a storm when it's a cyclone.
Holy shit.
I think that's a bit more than a storm. Would you stop staring at it and get inside? Oh wait, just got crushed. Oh.
That was so
Alfred Hitchcock
surreal.
famously called film little pieces of time. But he could be talking about photography, as he likely was.
Okay, I'm
These
in
pieces of
class.
time can frame us in
Everything's
our
cool.
glory and our
I'm
sorrow.
okay.
From light to shadow. From color to chiaroscuro. Now, can you give me an example of a photographer who perfectly captured the human condition in
I
black and
didn't
white?
fall asleep, and that sure didn't feel like a dream.
Bueller?
So did we
Weird.
travel
Diane
back
Arbus.
in time?
There you go, Victoria. Why Arbus?
Hold left mouse
Because of her
plus
images of
pin
hopeless
and
faces,
drag
you feel like
towards
totally
the-
haunted by the eyes of those sad mothers and children.
She saw humanity as tortured, right? And frankly, it's bullshit. Shh, 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 shh. Keep that to yourself. Seriously, though, I could frame any
Drag
one of you in a
towards
dark
look.
corner and capture you in a moment
Ah,
of desperation.
there we go.
Look at this crap. How can I show this to Mr. Jefferson? I can hear the class laughing at me now.
Because you've got a lot of pictures on a wall and a picture of you staring at the pictures on the wall, which implies someone was standing behind you taking a picture of you looking at the pictures on your wall. And there's a heck of a lot of them. Old
And any one of you
Polaroid.
could do that to me. Isn't that too easy?
I should take a picture to prove I'm still here. Plus,
Really?
it's perfect for my
Chose to capture
portfolio.
people with the
And I
height
have to get my
of their
daily
beauty or
selfie
innocence.
quota.
She had a brilliant eye. So,
I can't
She could've
believe I
taken
still
a
have
number
this
of
pencil case. I should
have
upgrade to the
admit,
21st
I'm not a
century.
big fan of her work.
But I like it old
I
school.
prefer Robert Frank.
me too.
I haven't kept up with my journal as much as I
Captured
should.
the essence of post-war beat America. And there was...
If anybody else looked at this, what would they think?
Okay, there are 8 pages to read, apparently. Let's get started. I got accepted into Blackwell Academy. If words could dance, this would be a rave, even though I've never been to one. But who cares, because I got into Blackwell Academy. I didn't think I would be so excited. It's not like I didn't used to live in the same town, but when I saw the text from Blackwell's scholarship office, I could literally feel my pulse speed up. I thought it was going to say, sorry, thanks for applying. It took me a few seconds before I read the whole thing. I guess I wanted to enjoy that last moment of blissful ignorance. And when I saw the first word, congratulations, I think I might have screamed. My mum cried, my dad laughed. They're so weird. But they're happy, and this means extra financial support because they don't have to pay anything to Blackwell. This means new clothes, and if I can work it, a new laptop. Oh, and I have to keep telling myself in caps that I am going to Blackwell Academy! What was the date there? July 10th, 2013. Well, August 18th, 2013. So this is it. I'm leaving Seattle to go to Arcadia Bay. Usually people go to the high school closest to home. I suppose I am too. It's just I haven't lived there since I was 5. Oh, haven't lived there for 5 years. Out of all the best photography programs in the world, I chose to go to the smallest, back in a town I was so excited about leaving. Maybe I wanted to come back all along, just to see if Chloe and I are even still friends. But I do wish Chloe would have moved with us to Seattle. That city was made for her. When we would play pirates in our rooms and in the woods, it seemed like Seattle was that fabled faraway island of treasure and adventure we were always seeking, with coffee shops. This was flashing. Can I do anything with that? No, but there are other tabs up the top we'll look at later. But Seattle wasn't like a fable. Au contraire. Now Blackwell Academy seems more exotic to me than any place in the world. To study photography under Mark Jefferson. Insert hearts and flowers. Plus, there will be cool, diverse students from everywhere. It won't be like my high school now. I never really found a groove with my classmates, or boys. I'm lucky to have a great couple of great friends even. But it's time to ship out. So maybe Arcadia Bay will actually turn out to be the island of treasure and adventure I've been looking for. And then 7 days later, so a week later, shit is crazy! I didn't realize how much crap I had to pack up until I had to pack up all my crap. Mum and Dad are getting a little too excited and I'm clearing out my room, though I caught Mum crying when she was packing my shirts. That made me want to cry like a little girl and never leave Seattle. So instead of packing, I feel like burning all my clothes and then just raiding a thrift store to build up a new max wardrobe over the course of my junior year. Not that I even have an old max wardrobe. Nobody will know me except for Chloe. And who knows how different we are now. So I can cut my hair, get a tat, and some piercings. Maybe a cute date with a foreign exchange artiste from Paris or Rome. I can do anything, unless I get busted. And there will be so many super cool chances for my photography to get exposed. Thinking about that is when I get scared, but excited. And then I don't feel like crying at all. I get tingles down my arms, sensing the universe opening up for me. I can't wait to leave. I just want things to be different at Blackwell. September 2nd. I guess that's another 7 days later. Yep. So another week. You seem to be determined to ride on the same day of the week. My first entry from my new dorm room. The night before my first day at Blackwell. Woo! I haven't had any time to write. That's probably the wrong woo, isn't it? That's probably whew is more likely. I haven't had any time to write or even take pictures since I got here. My shit is in boxes all over the room, which is small, but mine, and I never want to leave. I can't wait to decorate. I plan a whole wall of photos. I did meet some of my old dorm mates, though I suck at remembering names, so I won't bother right now. But I think I can already see who's going to be cool to me and who's not. It's a bitch trying to get settled into a new school and social scene after I finally found good friends in Seattle. But I'm here now, and this is the start of my new life. Sweet dreams. Next day. Blackwell sucks. Sucks ass. Sucks ass indeed it does. I told myself not to whine too soon, but damn, the day started like Christmas morning. I barely had any dreams because I was so pumped to start my first official day of my new life. Like a dork, I couldn't figure out what to wear, so I chose what was on the floor. I'm no good with names and faces right away, but I picked up some names like Kate, Brooke, Taylor, Alyssa, and how could I forget Victoria Chase? Rich, stylish, entitled. I could feel instant judgment when she looked at my raggedy ass clothes, as if I'm at Blackwell to strike fashion poses. Well, maybe I'm being extra crispy sensitive, but I think Victoria wants life here to be like her own reality show. So that wasn't fun. Along with my general social unease, I thought it would be easier being back. Call the wambulance. I find this sort of writing very very amusing because I am about, what was it? It said the date is 2013. I finished high school in 2007. So language changed a bit in those years. Also, I went to school in Australia, not America, which changes it there as well in terms of that aspect. And then we kind of made fun of the people, who were taking things kind of in this ultra serious manner at my school, because we're all just, I mean, it's part of Australian culture for one, but also we were all really laid back people. So anyone who really went into the, oh, you're wearing the wrong clothes, we were like, yeah, you might be in the wrong place. Our school was just way more laid back than that. Anyway, I don't want this day to end at all. Woe is Max. It was incredible to walk across the green campus in the morning mist. I love the stone steps and brick walls of Blackwell. Everything is a picture waiting to be taken. Speaking of, at least one great thing did happen today. Mr. Jefferson's photography class. There's more to tell, but journal, forgive me, I'm truly wiped out. Next day. I have an arse load of homework already. So much bullshit. At least give us noobs a day to acclimate. But to prove I'm not a total loser, I made a new friend in my science class. His name is Warren Graham, and he's a serious geek. Plus he's dark and witty. He comes across as kind of a know-it-all, but it turns out he does kind of know a lot. We talked about photographers, and he actually named a few I'd never heard of. We traded numbers, and he'll be a good study partner, or a good friend. I'll need at least one based on the clique action here. I thought being 18 meant I didn't have to deal with this teenage drama anymore. I thought. Okay, so you're in your final year of school, or is it different in the US to Australia? Because here you finish high school when you're 17 or 18, depending on when you start the year out, because our school year goes from January to December in Australia. And so if you depending on how old you are, so for instance, my birthday is in January, which meant that I was 17 when I finished high school because I turned 17 right before the school year starts, basically putting me a little bit ahead of where a lot of other people are. So it meant that I was 17 when I finished school, whereas most people were 18 when they finished. So being 18 at the start of the school year, I guess, in Northern Hemisphere, most countries go from like July to June, I think, or I could be wrong on that. You're welcome to correct me if I am wrong. But in that space, I guess you could turn 18 before then and then be 18 through most of your school year. So it does actually add up to about the same as what we have, I guess. It's just positioned slightly differently where your school year runs through in the United States, or most of the Northern Hemisphere, I think, does that. I assume the Southern Hemisphere... I could be wrong. I don't know much about South Africa or other countries in Africa that are in the Southern Hemisphere, like below the equator. I think New Zealand does it similar to what we do in that, that January, December through to December sort of school year. I mean, you have basically all of January off because it's, I think, school year usually ends around mid-December and then starts up in the 28th or something of January. So you basically have a full month off anyway, between. But anyway, let's continue reading. At least I get to research famous photographers from some of my homework. Mr. Jefferson assigned us a ton of reading, but this is exactly what I want to study. Jefferson is super cool and super chill. He doesn't try to be too hip, just says what he thinks and expects us to do so as well. I think he's a genius. Oh my... No, hang on. No, they wouldn't say it like that because this is about the time when acronyms started being said out loud. So it'd be OMG, I want to marry him. Just joking. This one class is worth all the social dysfunction. I think that's like almost... so 9 days later... No, 11 days later even is more accurate. Homework is still kicking my ass, but I bet the teachers grade harder just to stop you from feeling special. But But Victoria Chase and her snob minions still front like they're honoured guests of Blackwell. The bros here aren't that different. Nathan Prescott is Victoria's male clone, with way more money and attitude, if that's even possible. My family is the oldest in Arcadia Bay, and I heard stories about them when I was a kid. The Prescotts give a shitload of bank to Blackwell, so Nathan acts like he literally owns the school. Yesterday during class, he put his feet on the desk. The horror. Started texting and the teacher didn't say jack. Okay, that's surprising that the teacher wouldn't mention those two things. You know, that's very much not like teachers I used to know in school. I'd get suspended, but him and Victoria are part of this silly elite Vortex club that puts on popular parties, and so they get their way. It's good to be the king and queen. I don't want to slam everybody. I do like Kate Marsh. She's down the hall and in one of my classes. She's so pretty and sweet and friendly. It makes her more beautiful than the biatches here like Victoria, who think beauty is just your face and outfit. See, I'm already playing their drama games. No more. Another week later, actually just over a week, finally had a chance to take some actual shots around campus today. A perfect blue sky day. I always forget how great I feel after taking pictures when I have been slacking off. Speaking of pictures, Mr. Jefferson told us about the National Everybody's Hero photo contest he wants us all to enter. The winner gets a trip to San Francisco and lots of publicity. He wants just one photograph from each student. This is exactly why I wanted to come to Blackwell, and of course I'm scared shitless to enter. At least I have a couple of weeks before the deadline in October, so I have plenty of time to stress and procrastinate. 30th of September. I don't know whether I love it or hate it here. I'm trying to keep up with my science class of all things, like I give a shit or even understand it. Good thing I know Warren. Too bad I can't take a clone of him back to my place. That is not what that said. Too bad I can't clone him to take my place in class. There's a very different idea there. Ms. Grant is much cooler than the class. She explains particle physics even boneheads like me can kinda understand. I love how she relates society to science and vice versa. I can tell she's committed and passionate about life. Unlike some of us in her class, I'm trying to engage more. Even if it means asking actual questions in class instead of hiding in the back. I'm just so glad I'm not the only social misfit here. Now, how much homework are you avoiding? The 1st of October. October, my favourite month. The best weather of the year. I love watching the leaves change colour, turning into tiny flames, but it's still too damn hot. Thanks, global warming. And I can't bust out the big coats and sweaters or scary movies yet. Soon Kate will let me... No, hang on, that's... Soon Kate let me borrow The October Country by Ray Bradbury. I haven't read much by him, which caused Warren to almost revoke my geek cred before I held up my copy of Battle Royale. But he nails the autumn atmosphere of small towns. The last time I wore a Halloween costume was with Chloe. I have pictures in one of my old albums. I should find a real Halloween party to crash so I can experience some social mingling. It's that or a Vortex Club Stroke Fest swimming party? Or is that Backstroke Fest? You're so punny, Max. You so punny. Why? Backstroke Fest. I don't get it. At least I'm trying to climb out of my cocoon. I shouldn't expect my life to completely change after a few weeks of Blackwell Academy, as my parents love telling me on a loop. You have all the time in the world. Okay, so other tabs. We have people. So Max, I'm assuming, is us. My name is Max Caulfield? Sure. And ever since I was a little kid, I knew I wanted to be a photographer. I've always seen the world through my own lens finder. Maybe it's a way for me to be part of the world, but at a safe distance. For some reason, I was always drawn to old catalog camera gear rather than digital tech. I love all kinds of styles and techniques, but for me, the instant camera selfie is the one I love most. I don't care if people make fun of me or not, I'm in great company, right? And now I've come all the way back to my childhood home to study photography at Blackwell Academy, a private school for the 12th grade seniors. Okay, so year 12 is the same, but it's odd that maybe it's not odd in the United States, but it's odd that a school would be just for 12th grade. For us, grade 12 or year 12, whatever you want to call it, is the second year of the two-part senior student era. So you got year 11 and year 12 are like one long extended sort of separate education to the rest of the years. But even then, there's very few schools that sort of do those 2 years together as like without having high school with the other years before it. But I don't know what it's like in other countries, so feel free to let me know. But yeah, they are separate. They have like their own little bits and pieces. Year 11 is sort of like leading up into year 12. Then year 12 is almost all assignments and tests. Year 11 is basically, here is everything you need to learn for next year's assignments and tests. And then you have an absolute shit ton of assignments and tests throughout year 12. And you'll still learn a bit in classes, but yeah, you're doing a lot more work in terms of like, yeah, year 11 doesn't have that much homework or assignments. It does have a few, but it's really year 12 where that takes place. Or at least, well, when I went to school. You know, I've been out of school for, 2023 minus 2007, so, brain, hello. 16 years? Wow, that's a long time. That doesn't seem right. I've done that calculation wrong. Let's see, 23 minus 7. Oh, it is 16 years, okay. Oh, except we're at the beginning of the year and you're finishing end of the year, so I guess it's actually 15 years. Wow. Okay, so things could have changed a lot in that time. That is very possible. On a scholarship, even. Getting back to reading this. I originally left behind Chloe, my best friend, forever. At least until I left without talking to her once in 5 years, and it feels so weird to be back here without seeing her yet. So I'm 18 now, an official adult, even though I don't always feel so wise or mature, and I'm ready to begin a whole new life here with a retro camera at my side. And then I guess we're on to, okay. Not only is Mark Jefferson one of the best photographers in the world, he's also my teacher. One of the best reasons I wanted to one of the reasons I wanted to come here to Blackwell. How often do you get to be mentored by one of your inspirations? I've always loved his deco and goth style, and he's so versatile with all his incredible print and advertising work. Still, Jefferson can be a bit condescending. He's pretty hip for his age, but kind of aloof and sometimes pretentious. He has this smug smile when he thinks he's right, but I do think he's preparing us for how tough it is to be a full-time artist. He acts like he understands my own work and obsession with analog images. He really wants me to enter a photo in this Everyday Heroes contest, but I've done a good job of avoiding that. The winner gets to fly to San Francisco to represent Blackwell Academy and get a national and get national exposure. I'd like to think my work could be good enough to win, and I'm honored Jefferson even bugs me about the contest. Okay. I've forgotten if I've ever seen Kate Marsh smile or laugh in the past month. She's really sweet and nice, even though the other students make fun of her abstinence campaign. Even if they act immature, everybody at Blackwell are seniors, not high school freshmen. She gets a lot of shit, in fact, and I know she's involved in a lot of religious groups, but that doesn't preach to me, so, but she doesn't preach to me, so I don't care. She's been extra quiet and introverted the past couple of weeks. She looks like she's in zombie mode. I wish I could help her, but I can barely help myself. I wonder if all that bullying has worn her down. I can see how it would. I have to make an effort to talk to her more often, maybe invite her to tea or a movie. And then it says, scribbled there, true love waits. Although she's an adult, I bet she's not allowed to watch R-rated films. Okay. Shush, I'm dreaming. Then there's Victoria Chase, the elite of Blackwell Academy, and a total bitch. I hate saying that. I just don't know why someone who's so rich, and beautiful needs to be fucking mean. 18-year-old at a prestigious academy should be evolving into artists and scholars, not reality show contestants. Victoria does everything for maximum drama. She actually wastes her time calling me out in class and taunting Kate Marsh. For reals. I wish her parents could see her in action. They'd cut off that trust fund fast. Then again, she's in the Vortex Club, and they seem to own the school, so maybe that's why she doesn't give a shit. The odd thing is that she does know art and photography. She can even say all those French names that break my tongue. Her work is a little cold, but she has a good eye. She also has an eye for Mr. Jefferson, which is so obvious that I'm embarrassed for her. She does everything but sit in his lap. He keeps his distance though. We can tell she's trying to win the Everyday Heroes contest. I'm sure it drives her crazy when there's someone she can't buy or seduce. Okay, and then there's a whole bunch of people we don't know yet. And then we're on to, I guess, not sure what those are. Okay. Oh, and then this is finding pictures around the place, I guess, because we found that one. And then we got messages, but I think I might read through the messages later.
Honesty about the economic conditions of the era, but a beauty in the struggle. You don't have beauty without a beat.
I do love my analog camera. I should take a quick picture now.
Really? This seems like a really bad time to take a selfie, but...
We've all seen that iconic shot of Kerouac on the balcony. And if you I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max has a gift. Of course, as you all know, the photo portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The point remains that the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for as long as it's been around. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
I did know, but I kind of forgot.
You either know this or not, Max. Is there anybody here who knows their stuff?
Louis Daguerre was a French painter who created daguerreotypes, a process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror. Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
Very good, Victoria. The Daguerrean process brought out fine detail in people's faces, making them extremely popular.
Sorry, Max. No more selfies right
The first
now.
American daguerreotype self-portrait was done by Robert Cornelius.
Okay, what am I doing here?
You can find out all about him in your textbook, or even online.
Oh, there's the bell.
And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art world.
Lunchtime
It's great exposure,
or
and it can
recess,
kickstart
I
a
don't
career
know
in
which.
photography. So Stella and Alyssa, get it together.
Or maybe
Taylor,
it's
don't hide.
just next
Still waiting
class?
for your
I
entry
don't-
too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
They don't look 18. They look like they've been... Maybe I'm wrong. They look younger. Hey there, friend.
Victoria doesn't waste a second kissing ass.
Submitting your photo for the competition, everybody in class.
Obviously, Blackwell spent bank on the computers here.
No, Mr. Jefferson. I just worked so
Looks like somebody was already working on this.
That's pretty
Cool.
cool. Well, I mean, it's not Photoshop, but it's certainly laid out kind of like it is. But clearly they're
I'm sure you know what it's like to be
doing some
consumed by your work.
work on it. Focus, hues, exposure, highlight.
Kate looks so sad and quiet today. Poor thing. Hi, Kate.
No
Oh,
matter who wins,
hi, Max.
this is just a bump on a bigger road. I don't want anybody to feel excluded from this.
Kate, I
process.
hope I didn't embarrass you with my lame answer.
It sucks to be dragged into the spotlight.
Unless you're Victoria.
She's got nothing on you, Max. Well, I should get going.
Yeah,
I
me
really
too.
should have...
Talk to you later.
Sure.
I wanted to say the other thing instead of that.
This might make a cool shot.
Okay. Don't know why you'd think that'd be a cool shot, but I'll let you do your thing. I'm not an artsy-fartsy photographer. I like what I like, but, you know, I'm not the sort that goes, "Ooh, someone scribbled into a desk. I'm gonna take a photo of that."
Even her school books are gift wrapped. I can't believe she made fun of me in class. What is she, 15 years old? And people laughed. Of course, Victoria has to have the bestest, newest, most expensive everything. I should have known. She'll have better equipment than Blackwell.
Okay, with all the speed and power expected from new green lit, the GRL T64s is packed with expanded features and manageability. It shoots what you want, where you want, straight out of the camera. JPEG images already have a superb quality, including a new level of depth, sharpness, and malleability. JPEG? No, you'd save to RAW. If a camera's gonna cost that much and it's saving to JPEG, it's a shit camera. You want it to save to a RAW file, not a JPEG file, if you're gonna have a camera like that. JPEG, what a shit camera. Why would you buy that?
That printer is amazing. I'd love to see how it reproduces my pictures. I could pump out a whole gallery show with that thing. When I don't suck. Someday. I love seeing Mr. Jefferson's awesome photos on these magazine covers.
Hopvine Grunge is Grunge Dead, featuring the latest works from Mark Jefferson. 10 reasons to get electronic mail. Oh, that's old if that's...
That was amazing when Mr. Jefferson took a class picture the first week. Even though I didn't want to be in the picture at all, it was fairly fucking cool to watch him at work framing us.
Okay.
Damn, they have carbon fiber tripods here. The ball head even has a pan lock. God, I'm such a photo nerd. So cool to see Mr. Jefferson's actual published pictures. Gives me hope.
Synapse, Mark Jefferson's Noir Beauty, film versus digital. Who will win? Yeah, like, if for anyone who's not sure the difference between RAW and JPEG, RAW is, much more manipulable without ruining the original photo. Basically, JPEG is a highly compressed file. RAW is as much detail in the digital file as possible to give the best quality image. Essentially being well above and beyond, like, even 4K pictures, really, if you know what you're doing with a RAW file. And to think, like, RAW files have been around since I was a teenager in photography. Probably only just barely. Like, I think I was probably 17 when they started coming about. But they were in cameras at about that cost. So a camera that's that cost and is only JPEG in 2013, that's a shit camera.
Another daily fail in front of the world. Every time I look at Victoria, I feel like she's talking smack about me.
She might be, I don't know.
This is ridiculous. I always get so shy and nervous around Mr. Jefferson.
Why, because he's a teacher?
Excuse me.
Or because you turned on by
Mr.
him?
Jefferson, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes. Excuse you.
No, Victoria. Excuse us. I'd never let one of photography's future stars avoid handing in her picture.
Do I have to? I just don't think it's that big a deal.
Max, you're a better photographer than a liar. Now, I know it's a drag to hear some old dude lecture you, but life won't wait for you to play catch-up. You're young, the world is yours, blah, 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 right? But you do have a gift. You have the fever to take images, to frame the world only the way you envision it. Now, all you need is the courage to share your gift with others. That's what separates the artist from the amateur.
Yep. That's fair enough. Okay, I guess we're leaving the room. I really wish I'd chosen a different option with, Kate. Names are not my strong suit.
Man, he even has the best plasma HDTV for a class monitor. Can't wait to watch some more documentaries on this bad boy.
Okay, here's my real question now. Was this made earlier than 2013? Because plasma screens were out by then. Like, we'd moved on from plasma in, like, the late 2000s, before, like, 2010. So, is this actually from before 2013, and then just, like, this is, like, the definitive edition or something, and that was made in 2013? And so they updated dates? Because right now it's certainly coming across like this should be earlier than 2013. Like, this should be set probably about the time I was in high school. So far.
Here's the poster for the contest. Mr. Jefferson really expects me to enter. Why? I don't know if I'm ready for my 15 minutes of infamy.
Are you an everyday hero? Find out. Enter to win. Everyday Heroes Photo Contest. Submitting an image that best represents yourself or others can in heroic action. Deadline, the 9th of October 2013. The winner will fly to San Francisco and represent their school in a national Everyday Heroes competition at the Zeitgeist Gallery on the 11th of October 2013. 2 days after the deadline of submitting the photo. Wow, that's a fast turnaround on judging. As well as, like, woo, here's your flight, just booked like that. Like, that is a fast turnaround. You may submit one image on approved paper for consideration. Those 18 and under, a parent permission form must be included with the image. For those 18 and under. Really, at 18 you don't have the choice to do that on your own. You need parent permission. Okay. That's odd to me, but...
Even in pictures, the forest around here always looks mysterious.
Okay.
You can never escape the lighthouse here.
Okay, so the lighthouse is in this town.
Whoa, Mr. Jefferson is not messing around with that monster.
No, there's a video
He probably
camera.
paid 20 grand for that camera.
Really?
I bet he gets pristine digital images.
Well, that would
But I
make
still
sense
dig my
for that
little
time
instant camera.
period. Okay, anything outside the window I should be paying attention to? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's finally leave the room then. Wait, someone threw some paper earlier. Can I go and pick that up? I just realized that happened.
Now I wish I wouldn't have read this. Purge.
Whoa, dear Kate, we love your porn video. Love Blackwell Academy. Or XOXO. That's horrible. That's horrific. Hey, can I speak to you again?
Let's talk later, Max.
I wanna back you up. Like, that is rough. That's not okay. Right. That could easily send someone into deep depression, which, based on what I read in the journal, sounds like what she might be in. So I'm going to
You didn't tell
do
me
what
how
I can
cute I
to
looked
try and
yet.
help her out and be a friend.
You always
Welcome to
look
the real
close.
world.
Just cute.
That's what you
Hot.
need.
Then I might send you a special picture during class.
Because Max wants everybody to see how cute she is.
She plays it so shy. I need a serious timeout in the bathroom. Splash water on my face and make sure I don't look like a total loser.
Square Enix.
She's so fucking shy. She takes selfies with a giant camera.
Don't nod entertainment. It's a nice acoustic piece. Life is Strange remastered. Is this actually supposed to be before 2013? Because it's certainly feeling like it.
These missing persons posters are popping up everywhere.
To all of you,
Missing from Arcadia Bay. Date missing, the 22nd of April 2013. Other, 19 years old, 5'5", 110 pounds. I have no idea how much a pound is in terms of weight. It's not a measurement I use, so I have no idea if that's heavy or not. Hair blonde, eyes hazel, tattoo on calf of dragon and star on the inside of left wrist. Rachel Amber, 19. Please call with any information. Arcadia Bay Sheriff's Office. And then the number given.
I shouldn't be so stingy with my blood.
Blood, give it up. Blackwell Academy needs fresh blood. Join our Halloween blood drive on October 31st, 2013. I mean, here's a weird fact. I have never given blood. Why? Because I have weird veins and I actually don't know that I'm allowed to. Because, well, it's not just veins. I have a heart condition, which also tends to make them not want you to give blood.
There's Taylor, always waiting for Victoria.
Then you.
I think that's Courtney. She's such a slave to Taylor and Victoria.
Okay.
Alyssa is always texting, but she doesn't hang out with a lot of people. Evan doesn't say much to me, but his photos are very cool.
In terms of, I assume this will now pop up now that I've said I've got a heart condition. It's nothing serious. I was born with ASD, VSD, and AA autoc arch, which if you want to know what that stands for, ASD, before it became standing for the acronym it now stands for is arterial septal defect and ventricular septal defect. Basically, I was born with a hole in my heart that had to be repaired before I turned 1, or it could get progressively worse. So I went under an operation when I was, I don't know, 6-9 months, I can't remember, because I was too young to actually have a memory of it. And they fixed it. But it does still have some unfortunate things in that I run out of energy a lot faster than most people do because my heart doesn't filter oxygen at the same rate that most people's hearts do. So it actually, I run out of energy and breath when I'm running or exerting myself too much. A lot faster than most people will, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yes, this poster must stop bullies dead.
I mean, I can train myself to get better at it to some degree, but I have a hard limit on how good I can get.
I hate having everybody
That's
see
about
inside
it.
my
But
locker.
it does, having any kind of heart condition tends to rule you out for donating blood.
I love that picture of Mom and Dad.
Doesn't matter how serious
Hello,
it is,
Jack.
or
Kiss,
not
kiss.
serious in my case.
Andy, you look totally fabulous, as usual.
American girls
Is Andy your brother?
I hate having everybody see inside my locker.
American girls, I'd like to
Justin?
be part of
That's Dana talking to... I think his name is Justin.
driving a car by
Dana is on my floor, too. She's such an archetypal, gorgeous cheerleader.
Right,
They must make them in
okay.
a factory. I shouldn't be so catty. Dana is nice to me.
Why would you...
Stella is always deep in her notes. She didn't come to Blackwell to mess around.
Okay, good for her. Guess we're seeing who these people are.
Poor Daniel, he's so nice. I wish I could beat the shit out of Logan. I've seen Brooke hanging out with Warren. She seems like his type.
with shiny smiles and plastic buddies.
I hate bully jockstraps like Logan. Auntie's a Vortex Club member.
Okay.
An American
I wish October would last forever.
girlfriend.
It looks like she's been gone for months.
Just a question, is bullying common everywhere? Because outside of primary school, I don't know that I ever both experienced it or knew anyone that experienced it properly. Like, you know, there's a difference between properly and Australian humour where we all make fun of each other. Everyone makes fun of each other. And it's all tit for tat. Like, you do it to everyone else, they do it to you. Like, it wasn't even a one-sided affair on any count. But I don't know, maybe that's just an Australian thing. Maybe that's just the school I went to in Australia. I don't know.
Don't need a PC, missed the Poetry Jam tryout, and I did not steal that backpack.
Okay, reward. On the 16th of September, my backpack with all my... Okay, you had something stolen. If you have any details, I would like you to confess. Yeah, fine, okay. Vending machine.
They should just call it a sugar machine. That would be awesome if you put money in there and a bag of sugar dropped out.
Why would that be awesome? Would it not just be better to get the flavor?
That's
and
so
things?
messed up. I should contact them to find out what I can do. As if I am.
Save Arcadia Bay. Over the past decade, climate change has altered the Oregon coastline, including fish and fauna. This has helped decimate the state's fishing industry, especially in Arcadia Bay. Raise your voice against pollution and save our historic town. Don't let your town down. Why are you listening to this song on repeat? Why do you have a library of exactly one song? That seems...
I wonder what actually happened to her.
seriously, why do you only have one song in your library?
Good thing I left my AK at home.
Gun-free zone. Okay, that's a...
American girls, it's
Well, okay, I don't... That is a different world to me. That is not even a remote issue.
There's Hayden, another Vortex Club bro. But he's actually not an ass.
driving a car by the seaside.
Oh, I can hardly wait to never be too cool like Nathan and Victoria. Lame.
Okay. Nothing much to read on that. Another missing person.
It looks like she's been gone for months.
She was 19. Was she still in school? Is that normal? I'm sorry. My ability to understand what is normal about an American school is very limited because I didn't go to one.
Nerd alert.
I'm assuming.
This poster has Warren written all over it.
At least I'm assuming she was still in school because all the missing posters.
These missing persons posters are popping up everywhere.
They're all hanging up in a school, which to me implies she was a student here, a present student at the time when she disappeared. It wanted me to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna do everything else.
There's Juliet from my dorm. Yet another Vortex Club disciple. Figures Juliet will be dating Zachary. Jocks sucked up in the Vortex Club.
Fair enough.
God, Samuel is such a weirdo. But I kinda like that about him.
I'm also a weirdo. Do you mind? There's nothing wrong with being a weirdo.
I cry sometimes.
Being a weirdo is
Blackwell sure takes its swimming
more
seriously.
interesting.
But otters are cute. Go otters. Look at these trophies. Gotta give it up for those Bigfoots. They do stomp.
Yeah, this is a weird look inside another culture's high school to me. I know there's not that much difference between like a lot of English-speaking countries in the world, but like school is different almost everywhere you go. So that's why I'm calling it a different culture here, because it is. It's a. If this is accurate to what school life is like, it's a weird look for me into another culture's version of high school. Sad, lonely, depressed, come praise with your peers. Bible study Sunday at noon in Arcadia Bay Library. All faiths welcome, so be happy. Sure, okay. I don't understand how that's gonna help with being sad, lonely, or depressed, but whatever. You advertise the way you want to advertise, I guess. Like new tablet for sale contains 5 gigabytes of cat pictures. Wow, okay, well they get deleted immediately if I was to buy that. Swim like an otter. Experienced retired PE teacher and former otter champion will personally train you to glide through the water and embrace your inner otter.
To all of you.
Best singer. Okay, so nothing that important, I don't think, so far.
Imagine a world without you.
You are Trevor, apparently.
He's cute. I like skater boys. Too bad they don't like me.
But you'll say, see you later, boy. Sorry.
Yeah, Halloween, my favorite time of year.
Watching the world from the bright side.
Miss Grant is a great science teacher. Rachel Amber. She's so pretty. I hate these posters, so sad.
Why do you hate the posters?
Principal
They're a
doesn't
good
come out of
thing.
his office much.
It kind of helps in trying to get information about it. The posters are good. The event is horrible.
How many students ever actually
Of
memorize all this
someone
shit?
going missing or probably
guess we all
killed if
should
they're
these
missing that.
With shiny smiles and plastic buddies.
Space. Go to main
I
campus.
wish I had
Lighthouse tour. Come see the lighthouse.
There's the lighthouse again.
an American
Okay. I guess go to the loos.
girlfriend.
Here's an interesting observation I'm making. There is no... Oh, never mind. It's on the other side of the room. Enter. This is not a bad song. I'm just...
Good.
Why do you only have
Nobody
the one?
can see my meltdown, except for me.
Okay. Anxiety is a bitch. I have had a lot more experience with that in the last few years than I did of my entire high school life.
Now, who would bother to write that crap?
Rachel Amber is a bitch. Yep. That's fair, whatever. I don't know. Maybe it isn't fair. Probably isn't. Why would you write stuff about other people on the walls of rooms? That's probably unfair to everyone.
Just relax. Stop
That's what I was
torturing
supposed to
yourself.
do.
You have a gift.
I should have looked in the mirror first.
Fuck it.
No, don't rip it up. There's a butterfly.
When a door closes, a window opens. Or something like that.
I hate Victoria Chase. Stop writing on the walls!
Okay, girl, you don't get a photo op like this every day.
Stop being a mean to anyone. I don't care. Like, it just... Is that a typical... No, I guess there was
This
plenty of it
poster
at
must
my high
drive
school
people
as
to have
well, of
sex.
people writing on walls. Abstinence makes the heart grow fonder. Kate twerks for God. What? You can still love and learn without sex. Time is on your side. So use common sense. Okay.
I'm good to flow. Thanks.
Okay. Oh, I want to look at that thing in the mirror there.
I feel like the universe is taunting me everywhere I go today. It all started with that bizarro dream in class. Am I going crazy?
Okay. What's this thing?
The last time I got a flu shot, I got the flu. Fuck you.
That's kind of how it works. They inject you with a small, like a vaccine that's built to actually do its job. Injects you with a small amount of the virus so that you build up a natural immunity to it.
I remember when somebody
so
pumped the alarm last
there is a
month.
chance
At least I got out of science class for that quiz.
that you will catch whatever it is that you are getting vaccinated against because you are being given a portion of that disease to get your immunity to build up against it. That's kind of how a vaccine works. So catching the flu after getting a flu shot, very common, but it's to teach your body to fight it.
Whoa, where did that butterfly come from?
Well, at least
It
that's one
doesn't look
type
like
of
any
vaccine.
kind
The
I've
other
ever
type
seen
is
before. The blue wings are practically glowing. I can almost feel the air moving around me.
that's
The butterfly feels almost like a spirit.
that's a live vaccine. The other sort is to have a dead version of the vaccine injected, in which case your body learns what it does and fights and learns how it works without actually having a live version of the virus. There are different reasons why one is needed over another at different times for different sort of illnesses. The only reason I know this is because my dad's a general practitioner, which is like a doctor, basically, if you don't have that in your country. So I learned a whole bunch of random medical facts growing up. So, I don't know why you felt like the world moving around you when the butterfly is around. That's really weird. Why is there a dude in here? Isn't this the...
It's cool, Nathan. Don't stress. You're okay, bro. Just count to 3. Don't be scared. You own this school. If I wanted, I could blow it up. You're the boss. So what do you want?
I hope you checked the perimeter, as my step-ass would say. Now, let's talk business.
I got nothing for you.
Wrong. You got hella cash.
That's my family, not me.
Oh, boo-hoo, poor little rich kid. I know you've been pumping drugs and shit to kids around here. I bet your respectable family would help me out if I went to them. Man, I can see the headlines now.
leave them out of this bitch.
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me!
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
No!
Okay, this might be the time messy stuff that I got told about
Whoa!
or learned about.
What the fuck? How can that be? I was in the bathroom. He shot that poor girl. I held up my hand. And then I was back here.
As he likely was.
Okay.
These pieces of time can frame us in
I
our
already
glory
heard this lecture.
From light to shadow.
Now you can give the right answer.
Now Kate is being hassled again. And
You're
if
back in
Victoria's
time.
phone rings, this is real.
Now,
Shit!
can you give me an example of a
Man, I
photographer
cannot
who
believe
perfectly
this.
captured the human condition in black and white?
Okay, if I'm crazy,
Anybody?
I might as well go all the way.
Bueller?
Diane
Can I
Arbus.
actually reverse
There
time?
you go, Victoria.
Apparently so.
I did
Now-
it.
That's
Can you give
interesting.
me
I
an
actually
example
did
of a
it.
photographer who perfectly captured the
human
human
time
condition in black
machine.
and white. Anybody? Bueller?
Max, don't
Diane
freak out.
Arbus.
Not yet.
There you go, Victoria. Why Arbus?
When I took my selfie, Jefferson asked me a question.
You feel like totally
If he does again,
I
I'll
believe
know
Max
this
is
is for
making
real.
what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max.
Give the right
That's a
answer.
I know I'm not
Of
dreaming
course,
this.
as you all know, the
It's
photo
real.
portrait has been popular
I can
since
tell.
the early 1800s. Your generation
So I
was not
can
the
go
first
back
to
in
use
time.
images for selfie expression.
What if that girl isn't dead
I
yet?
couldn't resist. The point
Can I
remains
save
that
her?
the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for
I
as
need to go to the
long
bathroom
as it's
quickly
been
and check it out.
Not yet.
Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that
Yes.
gave birth to the first self-portraits?
No, give the right answer, you.
I'm sorry, but I really have to use the bathroom.
Nice try, Max. But you're not going to get away that easy. We can talk more after class. Is there anybody
Oh,
here
shit.
who knows their stuff?
Jefferson wants to keep me after
Louis Daguerre
class.
was a French painter
And I
who
need time to
created
save that girl.
daguerreotypes.
Yeah, so
A process that
Go
gave
back
portraits a
and-
sharp reflective style like a mirror. Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
Very good, Victoria.
What if I rewind again and
Yeah.
give him the right answer?
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that to start with? There we go. Hold shift to rewind faster. Okay.
Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth
This is
to
kind
the
of
first
cool. I like this idea.
portraits?
The Daguerrean process, invented by a French painter named Louis Daguerre around 1830.
Somebody has been reading as well as posing. Nice work, Max. The Daguerrean process made portraiture hugely popular, mainly because it gave the subjects clear, defined features. You can learn more when you actually
My
finish
pencil
reading
case is
the
still
assigned
in the same
chapters.
place.
Max is so far way ahead of everybody. And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be
Okay.
feted by the art world.
Now we can
It's great
speak to-
exposure, and it can kickstart a
speak
career in
to
photography. So
Kate
Stella
different.
and Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
This is
Max,
fascinating
you are not
concept.
crazy. You are not dreaming. It's time to be an everyday hero.
Yes, Victoria, you still have to do your homework this week. Even if you're submitting
Nice
a
answer, Max.
competition every
Are you
week in
okay?
class,
You look
this time in a
pale.
photo, so-
Kate, did we talk at all today?
This is the first time. What's wrong?
I'm sorry, I'm just dripping. Too much stress.
I know the feeling.
I wish we didn't.
I do have to go, but we can talk later if you want.
I'll see how I feel. Thanks, Max.
This is just a
Okay.
bigger road.
I got your back,
I don't
girl.
want anybody to feel excluded from this process, but I also want everybody to know that this photographic world is not for everybody. I had my moment in the camera eye, and
Excuse me, Mr. Jefferson, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes. Excuse you.
no, Victoria. Excuse us. I'd never let one of photography's future stars avoid handing in her picture.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have one.
Given your selfie output, I'm sure you must have about 1,000 pics by now.
It'll take a long time to find a good one.
Max, don't wait too long. John Lennon once said that life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. Go on now. Don't let me stop you.
Okay. Press Control to quickly undo to previous.
A moment in the camera eye, and
Okay.
everybody should have that.
Excuse me, Mr. Jefferson, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes. Excuse you.
No, Victoria. Excuse us. I'd never let one of photography's future stars avoid handing in her picture.
I'm on top of it. I think John Lennon once said that life is what happens while you're busy making other plans.
Max, you're on fire today. All the right answers. Good. Make sure you finish working on it by today. I have faith in you.
Okay. Okay. So we can't really make a mistake. Because we can undo
I hope
this.
I have enough time to get to the bathroom.
Well,
Please,
you wandered
please.
around for a
I
very
can't
long
tell
time.
anybody. They'll think I'm crazy.
So you should have plenty of time to get there. We just go straight there this time.
Take that
Yo,
corner.
Daniel, you remember that it's
Can't do
payday?
anything with that.
Yeah, payday. I know you didn't forget you owe us cash.
I forgot for what?
Yeah, see, I saw you go there. I
class with
don't
those
know who
nerds.
the hell
What's
you
that got to
are.
do with anything?
Because if you send
Didn't
me a
see you
picture,
last time.
I won't
Okay.
be bored. Nobody should vanish like that.
In we go.
I can't let that girl die in the bathroom. Okay, Max, retrace every step.
Why retrace it? There's a butterfly coming.
I washed my face.
And then butterfly comes
I
in.
shredded my photo.
No, don't shred
Then
the
the
photo.
butterfly flew in. And I took a photo.
Leave them out of this bitch!
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing?
Don't
Come on, put that thing
ever
down!
Tell me what to do. I'm so
I need
sick
a hammer to
of
break it
people trying-
open.
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me.
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than
There you go,
drugs.
take the hammer.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they? No way.
Don't ever touch me again, freak!
Well, that worked.
Another shitty day.
That did not happen. This cannot be real.
Well, it's very
I just
clearly
saw a girl
real.
get shot and then saved her. What the fuck is going on?
It's a good question.
Do not freak out.
Pick up your damn photo.
Hey, do you hear that fire alarm? That means you should be outside.
I had to use the bathroom.
Girls always use that excuse.
Oh, wow.
Excuse for what?
For whatever you're up to, your face is covered in guilt.
The alarm tripped me out.
Then trip on out of here, Missy. Or are you hiding something? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Madsen. The situation is
What
under control.
the hell?
There's no emergency here. Leave Miss Caulfield alone, and please turn off that alarm since that's your job.
The hell is wrong with that dude? Oh, that was...
Principal Wells always looks so distracted. I can never figure out what he's thinking. Does he?
You look a little stressed out. Are you okay?
I'm just a little worried about my future.
You're sweating pinballs. Is that all you're thinking about? You can always be upfront with me, Max. Or have you done something wrong? Is that it? Well, Max,
Tell him
talk to me.
exactly what you saw. Dude had a gun.
I just saw Nathan Prescott waving a gun around in the girls' room.
Nathan Prescott. You sure?
Yes, he was in the bathroom talking to himself with a gun. I saw everything. He was babbling like crazy.
Okay, slow down. Slow down. So now you saw this without him seeing you.
I was hiding behind a stall. I have the right to be there. It's the girls' room.
I know. I just want to be completely clear what happened. Mr. Prescott happens to be from the town's most distinguished family.
So
and
what?
one of Blackwell's most honored students. So it's hard for me to see him brandishing a weapon in the girls' bathroom. So what happened next?
Then he left. I ran out here wondering what to do. Are you gonna bust him?
This is a serious charge. I'll look into the matter personally. Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
That's it? After what I told you?
We'll continue this discussion later in my office. Please go outside with the rest of your class now, Miss Caulfield.
Okay.
Of course this academic drone won't do anything, since the Prescott family owns Blackwell now. Should I rewind and change my story?
No. I don't... If you get in trouble for reporting someone having a gun in school, that's not a school I want to go to. No, we're not undoing that decision.
Nathan Prescott, please come to the front office. Thank you.
Anyway, Miss Grant, I mean, I think this is a pretty good place to leave it for the first episode. There's a lot to do here. I'm just at the front of the school, and it's a good place to sort of begin. We can sort of go back to here, right? There we go. So we're going to leave it there. So thank you for joining me for the first episode of Life is Strange. It's certainly strange at the moment, and I'm sure it'll continue to be strange, but it's enjoyable, and it's interesting getting a look into, like I said, different cultures' version of high school. It's not that far a different culture. It's not like Japanese high school, which I imagine is even further different from what I experienced in this. But, you know, it's still a different culture to what I grew up with in high school. And it's interesting seeing that perspective. The time mechanic thing is really interesting as well, and I look forward to doing some more of it. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Have a good one. Be kind to yourself, be kind to each other, and I will see you next time. Bye.